Man, if you think modern luxury cars are the kings of the road, buckle up, because I am about to blow your mind with 10 classic Mercedes models that laugh in the face of today's tech-heavy wannabes. These are machines built like tanks, oozing soul, and still turning heads while outlasting cars that cost twice as much. Stick with me, because number one's a shocker, a hidden gem you'll never see coming, and I'm not spilling it till the end. Welcome to Gearhead Garage, where we live for the roar of engines, the smell of burnt rubber, and the kind of stories that make you want to grab a wrench and hit the garage. I'm your host, just a guy who's been elbow deep in grease since I could hold a socket, and today, we re-diving into a love letter to Mercedes-Benz back when they built cars that felt like they'd outlived the apocalypse. These classics aren't just vehicles. They're legends, forged in an era when engineering was an art form, not a spreadsheet. Let's hit the road. First up, the W123300D. This thing's the cockroach of cars in a good way. Built from 76 to 86. It's the kind of sedan that could take a beating in the deserts of Africa or the snows of Norway and keep chugging. I knew a guy, Tommy, who ran his 300D to 800,000 miles. Original engine, just oil changes and grit. It's got that boxy charm, a 3.0-liter diesel that sounds like a tractor but sips fuel like a Prius. Compared to today's luxury sedans that need a software update every week, the 300D's simplicity is its superpower. No computers, no fuss, just pure mechanical stubbornness. Now, let's talk about the W124500E. This ain't your grandma's E-Class, this is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Porsche helped bolt this thing together in the early 90s. Stuffing a 5.0-liter V8 under the hood, it's like taking a librarian and giving her a black belt in karate. 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, back when that was supercar territory. I saw one at a car show last year, midnight blue, sitting low and mean, and the owner swore it still drove like it was fresh off the line. Modern BMW M5 South might have more tech, but they, D&T, have the 500ES Solar, the fact that Porsche techs hand-assembled each one over 18 days. The W113280SL Pagoda. Oh man, this one's a looker. That concave hardtop roof, like something out of a 60s sci-fi flick, makes it one of the prettiest cars ever. Built from 63 to 71, it's got a 2.8-liter inline-six that purrs like a contented cat. My buddy Dave restored one, and driving it feels like you're dancing with a partner who knows every step. It's not about raw speed 0 to 60 in about 9 seconds, but the way it glides. The wind in your hair with the top down. Compare that to a modern SL Class with its million buttons and screens. The Pagoda's elegance doesn't need Wi-Fi to make you feel alive. Let's shift gears to the W100600 Grosser. This was the dictator's limo, the car for rock stars and royalty in the 60s and 70s. A 6.3-liter V8. Air suspension, hydraulic everything, windows, seats, even the trunk. It's like Mercedes said, let's build a spaceship that looks like a sedan. I read about one owned by Elvis, still running, still turning heads. Weighs as much as a house, but it's got presence today's S-Class can only dream of. You don't drive a 600, you command it. The W201-190 E2.5 216 Evo 2. This one's a unicorn. Built to dominate the DTM racing circuit in the late 80s. Only 502 made. With a screaming 2.5-liter four-cylinder pushing 232 horses. It's got that wild body kit fender flares, a wing that looks like it belongs on a jet. I saw one at a track day, tearing up the corners like it was possessed. Modern C63 AMGs are beasts, but they feel clinical next to the Evo E's raw, analog fury. If you find one, it's worth more than your house. But man, what a ride. The R107560SL. Picture the 80s. Big hair, synth music, and this convertible, cruising Miami. That 5.6-liter V8 growls, just enough to let you know it's serious, but it's smooth enough for a Sunday drive. My uncle had one, red with cream leather, and every time he fired it up, it was like the car was winking at you. Built from 71 to 89. These things are still everywhere at classic car meets, outshining soft modern roadsters that feel like they're made of plastic. The W11645 OSEL 6.9. This was the first S-Class to say, hold my beer, I'm a muscle car too. A 6.9-liter V8 with 282 horses. Dry sump tech from a race car, and it was the first production car with abs, in 75. This thing was a rocket, hitting 60 in about 7 seconds. I heard a story about a guy in Germany who still daily drives his 400,000 miles and counting. Compare that to a 2025 S-Class that'll throw a check engine light if you sneeze near it. The W126560 SEC. This coupe's a gangster in a tuxedo. Late 80s, 5.6-liter V8, and some coach-built versions even got a convertible top. It's got that long, low profile that screams money without shouting. My buddy Mike swears his 560 SEC is the smoothest car he's ever owned, and he's got 200,000 miles on it. Modern coupes like the E-Class coupe are sleek, but they don't have that old-school swagger. The W111280 SE 3.5. This one's a time capsule, built in the 60s with tail fins that nod to American muscle but with German precision. The 3.5-liter V8 was a big deal back then, pushing nearly 200 horses. I saw a convertible version at a show once, gleaming black, and it felt like it could steal your girl and your wallet. Today's luxury cars, chase tech, the 280 SE chased class. Alright, here's the hidden gem I promised. The W12350 Ote AMG. These Mercs aren't just cars, they're time machines. Back when Mercedes over-engineered everything, these models were built to last forever, not just until the warranty runs out. I've seen W123s in war zones, 500Es outrunning modern sports cars, Pagodas stealing the show at Pebble Beach. Today's luxury cars, BMW, Audi, even new Benz lean on tech, but they lack the soul of these classics. You can't code charisma into a touchscreen. Think about this. Why do these old Mercs, some pushing 50 years, still run circles around cars born yesterday? Is it the engineering, the simplicity, or just pure, unfiltered love poured into every bolt? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your favorite classic Benz, and let's keep this passion alive. Hit that subscribe button if you're a gearhead like me, and I'll see you on the next ride. Keep the revs high and the soul higher.